Greetings, it is I, J.K. Mulay. I just want to share with you for a brief moment something that I have noticed we all struggle with in some way, shape, or fashion. Have you ever been in a place that you found yourself just trying your hardest to believe in some sort of optimism? You found yourself in a place trying to just believe in somehow things would just get better for a specific purpose, for a specific reason, because you've been sick, because you've been in a place of being kicked to the side, because you've been in a place that you've been castrated, you've been pushed aside by people in society, and you found yourself speaking words of life over yourself. You found yourself speaking in hopes that things would just get better. The word confession, it simply means to agree. And we find ourselves in church and also in other areas of life, in different organizational pursuits and systems of living. We find ourselves always having to speak highly about certain things in hopes that they would get better. But if we would just be real for a moment, if you and I would just be veracious, we would say that a lot of things that we confess we don't necessarily fully mean. We find ourselves repeating certain cliches and jargons that many people before us have told us that we have to say. This is what we have to believe in. This is what will happen if we just pray hard and long enough. This is going to happen because of our faith. This is going to happen because we are the righteous and the just. But nothing tal gosa all the time. The things that we just have been praying for, and the things that we want, is not necessarily what we need, first off, and secondly, it may not just be in the order of things. If we would just be real, half of the things that we have been praying for over our lifetimes, if we would receive it, many of us right now will be some jacked up people. We'll be some narcissistic egomaniacs. We'll be some people out there who would not have any type of understanding and empathy for those who are in lower places. Why? Because we've gotten to a place of being trained now. When we receive a lot, we forget about the low estates. We forget where we came from. We forget just about being hungry and being thirsty because we've been filled so long that the memory just fades away. And that's a human trait, because experiences that we experience in the present are the things that we truly really understand for that moment. We forget because that which is past literally has passed. And so I'm here to encourage some of you who have been confessing certain things. I'm here to expose the myth of confession. Because you speak it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. Yes, I know that's tough to understand and believe, because for years I've been fashioned in such a way that I believe if I just believe it long enough, if I get the right education, if I just work hard enough, I will receive the bounty of life. And you see some individuals out there, they don't want you to have. They snuff those that are in need, and they stuff those who are greedy, because they've been in a place now that they felt like they worked so hard, and because of the hard work of their hands, they have now prospered. And it creates a cycle of thinking that if you don't have it, it's because you didn't do something to get it. So let's stop believing in that myth of just confession, that confession will get us exactly what we want. It doesn't always work that way. Let's not forget that those individuals that are in those places that you see and you're looking down upon, you seem to be looking down and seeing them in their lower states. Don't just put that label on them as if they didn't do what they needed to do to get to that spot that you feel that they should be in. Let's have that empathy for our neighbors. Let's love one another. And let's expose those hidden and dark areas of our lives. Those things that we've thrown in the basement. Let's open up that door and let it out, so that we're able to face that trial and we're able to deal with that trial. So this is one thing that I will confess. I confess that in whatever situation or circumstance I find myself in, come on, say it with me, we will be content. Amen.